Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucy and in today's video I want to talk about my April TBR. So what I'm noticing about my reading lately is I am reading a lot of fantasy and that is not going to change in April. In fact, most of the books are fantasy and I have no regrets about that. So before we do get cracking on the video, please do make sure you're subscribed to this channel and don't forget to have notifications turned on by clicking that little bell. That way you will never miss an upload from me. So let's just get cracking on the April TBR because I have been more, I don't know, I do feel like I'm trying to not overpromise with myself and giving myself too many books to read in a month. Anything that I do manage to read outside of that will be a bonus. So I have set myself 4 books to read in the month of April. That's a book a week and that is kind of in line with me wanting to read 52 books in a year. So let's just get cracking, shall we? Because I have some very, very exciting books to show you. And the first book I really want to read in the month of April is Law by Alexandra Bracken. This cover is absolutely stunning. I adore it. So the premise of this book is that it is all based around Greek mythology. Basically, I think 9 Greek gods basically launched a rebellion against Zeus, and in punishment of that rebellion, every 7 years they are sent to Earth as mortals, where mortals get to kill them for the opportunity to basically assume that god's power. So this book focuses on our main character called Law, who I believe gets embroiled in all of this business, and it just sounds like such an incredible premise. Like, I've not really heard of an urban fantasy apart from Percy Jackson where there is, you know, Greek mythology in such kind of interwoven detail. So the first chapter I've already read and it was really interesting. Basically a human assuming the powers of a god and killing the other kind of competitors for that. Really interesting kind of premise. I've been hearing really great things and also the premise just sounds incredible. So I'm just hoping that it really meets my expectations because I think I do have really high expectations for this. It's Greek mythology and Alexandra Bracken is an author that a lot of people love. So I really do hope I enjoy this one. Do let me know if you've already read it and what your thoughts are. I would love to hear it down in the comments. So the next book is one that I have been meaning to read for a very, very long time. It is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. So this is the proof copy I got back in 2016. That's how long it's been on my shelves for. So I don't think I need to introduce Nevernight. This is the start of a amazing series by Jay Kristoff and it's basically about a girl called Mia who is trained to be an assassin. So it's kind of assassin based fantasy. It sounds awesome. I've heard nothing but great things about this series. I have a feeling it's like grimdark fantasy and I don't know why I think that. But I think it's supposed to be quite dark. Obviously it's about an assassin, so it probably is going to be dark, but I'm really excited about reading this one. I am fed up of people recommending this book to me and that's why I'm just having to read it because I think I am behind the times. I know I'm behind the times. I need to read it. As this was featured in my 5-star predictions video, which if you haven't seen yet, I will leave a link to down below. Basically, I picked this book out as being one of the books I thought would be a 5-star read for me. So I might do a reading vlog about kind of reading those predictions and this will definitely be in it. Okay, so next up is another fantasy book, which I am definitely behind the times on and I've definitely missed the boat in terms of reading this when everyone else was. It is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. So this book honestly sounds phenomenal and I have seen a lot of people say that this book was incredible. It's basically about a girl called Addie who in the 1700s she makes a deal with the devil, I guess, like a dark kind of deal where she makes a deal that she will live forever but she will never be remembered. And then 300 years later she meets a guy called Henry in New York and he remembers her. and they start this kind of love story. So it sounds phenomenal, and also like I know V.E. Schwab writes incredible books, so I am very, very excited to read this. It sounds very, very different and very, very high concept, and that's why I think I'm probably really gonna like this. So I'm super excited to finally be reading this book. Do let me know down in the comments if you have read this and you really enjoyed it. It would be great to know what you think. And finally, the next book on my April TBR is one that was on my March TBR, guys. I just didn't manage to get through to reading it. It is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. I will read this book in April. I have to read this book because I've heard non-stop good stuff about this. I want to know what this book is about. I want to be one of the people who've read it. So this is very much in the dark academia vein. It is about a group of university students who have some dark goings on at their university, and I believe there's lots of murder. I think there might be a cult, who knows? But this is kind of a crime thriller mystery set at university, and I think it will be amazing. This is also one of the books in my 5-star read prediction video, so I do have very, very high hopes for this. And honestly, like, my April TBR is like banging. I think all these books are going to be great. Stay tuned for my April wrap-up where I tell you if all these books were in fact great. But I've heard non-stop good things about Secret History. I'm very, very excited, and do let me know down in the comments if you have read this and if you enjoyed it. I know there is a bit of mixed opinions on this book. I've seen your comments from previous videos. Some people say they liked it, some people didn't. So it would be interesting to know which side I kind of fall under. So guys, that is it for my April TBR. I'm really excited about these books. I can't tell you, like, honestly. Do let me know what you'll be reading in the month of April. I can't wait to hear what's on your TBR. And I'll see you very soon in my next video, guys. Bye.